This is Emergency Preparedness Month, and we have another one of our favorites here at HSN. Launching right now as a weekly deal drop from ReadyWise. You ready? All right, I want to tell you exactly what you are getting. You are getting in this awesome bucket 148 servings. You are getting 60 servings of breakfast and entrees. You're getting 16 fruit, veggies, 16 dessert, 56 milk and drinks, all in this. And I love the easy to use bucket, but let me tell you something about the price. Our HSN price is $129.99. Right now, it's $99.99. Don't tell anybody, but if you go to the ReadyWise website, they have 120 servings that they sell for $329. So like over 3 times more. So this is an incredible buy. They're doing it just for us here at HSN. I love that it's free shipping and handling because this would be heavy to ship to your home. Free shipping and handling and flex pay. And again, wait till you see the variety that you're getting. And then we talk about, I'm gonna jump over here so you can have more room up here. Miss Stephanie Roberts. Again, the flavor of everything.
It's all about the flavor. The only thing I like better than the great deal is the way it tastes. So I'm gonna start. You got dessert first, I saw over there.
You know what? That's the way life should be.
Okay, well, we're gonna back up now and go for the good flavor. I'm gonna give you a taste of my very favorite.
Okay.
This is Southwest rice and beans. So I'm gonna let you try it, and then I'm gonna tell you how we made it.
Okay.
Because you're going to be shocked to know that I didn't stir that over a hot stove for hours and hours.
Oh man, that's good.
Isn't that good? Okay, so all I did.
Much flavor.
All I did was take a pouch of ReadyWise food and add water. This is true emergency food. All you have to do is add water, and it doesn't have to be hot water. So the two things that we are so proud of at ReadyWise, and I've worked with them for nearly a decade.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. I love this company, is that they take chefs to put these recipes together so that they taste like Southwest rice and beans. That had a little kick, didn't it?
Yeah, it definitely
well,
had
guess
a kick.
what? It should. It's Southwest rice and beans. It's not supposed to be bland. So these are recipes like you and your family would make. They start with the chefs. Then the scientists take over. And it's beyond cool what they can do. They take all those great chef-inspired ingredients and they put them in this Mylar package. They are a combination.
Why is that important?
Well, we got to keep out the humidity. We got to keep out the moisture. We got to keep out everything that makes food go bad. But it seals in the flavor. It seals in the ingredients. So this is kind of a magic package, if you will. Because what you ate, all I did was add water, and all those flavors come back to life. And oh, by the way, this Mylar package makes them shelf stable in your pantry, under your bed, in your emergency kit for up to 25 years. It's crazy to think that that flavor and those spices are that great for up to 25 years. And
this looks good too.
Oh, we will go to that. That is Alfredo. But there's one other thing I really want everybody to understand. Right now, do you see how I've got pots of water here? That's just because we're always in a hurry here. You do not need hot water. So if you and I were in a true emergency situation and we didn't have heat and we didn't have a propane burner or we didn't have anything, I could take tap water, room temperature water. Gosh, if it was Chicago in January, I could take freezing cold water. This will
That's a great point, Stephanie.
This is true emergency food. This will reconstitute into that same great tasting Southwest rice and beans. Now, don't get me wrong. We all prefer a hot meal. I think we know that. But what ReadyWise has done is that they have made all of these different entrees, and we will walk down all of them for you. All of them can reconstitute, turn into great tasting food. The right texture, the right flavors, the right everything with just regular old safe drinking water.
So you don't have to worry, because you're right, that's the situation that we're in, because we were even talking about that in with Julie. You know, we had the hurricane last week and boom, immediately the power goes out. There's situations where that power goes out and that power is off, can be off for like weeks and weeks and weeks on end. That's what this is all about. And if you've been through, I mean, I have, several of these in my house stored. I bought them, I don't know, maybe I don't know how many years ago. How many years have you been here at
Almost
HSN?
10 with
Okay,
ReadyWise.
a long time ago
and
I
guess
bought
what?
mine.
You got another 15 to go because they're 25 years
25
stable.
years. But and, you know, my husband's like, what's that for? I'm like, you wait, because if you ever in a situation where you need it, it is there. And this value, though, can we talk about that for one second?
Absolutely.
Because I couldn't believe this. You mentioned this is 148 servings, my friends. ReadyWise and sells 120 for $329.
Yes,
this is
more
$99.
than 3 times as much
Wow.
for less food. And oh, by the way, we sell them on our website day in and day out at 3 times the price.
Wow,
so
this is so
This
awesome.
is about helping you, quite honestly.
Right.
Wise is an American company. They are so committed to working with the Salvation Army, the Red Cross, Goodwill Industries. They are at the disasters that happen in our country, providing food and sustenance. This is their way of teaming up with us to help us provide food and sustenance.
And you know what? When you
well.
think about everything that you buy from us here at HSN, right? Well, this is hands down the most important thing that you can possibly buy. For $33 on any credit card, right? The peace of mind, that's exactly what this becomes.
It certainly is.
I mean, and you know, we all know that, and when you go through any of these disasters, that you can't put a price on that at all. This weekly deal drop, and a weekly deal drop is like a Today Special in terms of value. It's launching right now in this hour. Basically, it goes till next Sunday night or when they sell out. But the opportunity that you have today to take advantage of it, and I like that it's all in one bucket. You take the bucket, just keep it in a cool, dry place.
Yep.
That's it.
That's
easy.
it. And I do like the grab and go because depending on what the situation is, I mean, gosh, so many things have been going on across our country this year. I mean, whether it's a fire, whether it's a flood, sometimes you got to go, sometimes you got to stay and hide. You know, it just depends on what situation that you are dealing with. But this bucket is made to go wherever you need it to go, even if you're evacuating and going to a friend's house.
Yeah.
I got 4 boys. Nobody likes it when I show up without food.
Yeah.
So bring it with you to the hotel, to wherever you are going or in your own home.
And this is, listen, we're just showing you entrees, but this is breakfast. It is dessert.
Let's walk down the list of entrees.
Yeah, we
While
will.
we do that, I'm going to give you a bite. Another one of my favorites, by the way. This
Which one is that?
Is creamy pasta and vegetable.
Oh, I love pasta.
This reminds me of like
grandma's
casserole with a hug. It's just got something so comforting about it.
That was good.
Isn't that good? Yep.
The more I'm chewing.
And so here's the thing.
You can taste all the vegetables in there.
You would eat this, I'm guessing, tonight for dinner.
100%.
Yep. And that's
100%.
why I love this food.
Well, it's my lunch today.
It tastes great whether you're in an emergency situation or not, but when it's a true emergency and you're eating this room temperature made with safe water, it is absolutely priceless. All right, so here's what the 148 servings are bringing you. So we're getting a mix of different entrees. It's really all meals of the day for all different palates and dietary needs of your family. There's 3 different breakfast options, and obviously you can eat them any time of day, but this is traditional breakfast. A brown sugar maple cereal, an apple cinnamon oatmeal. There's also a yogurt. So I love that all of that, again, just reconstitutes with water. Then there's some, let's call them heartier entrees. Barbecued beans, pasta Alfredo, Southwest rice and beans. By the way, that's gluten-free. So different diets have different options here. The creamy pasta and vegetables, the beef stroganoff. Those are sort of the heartier lunch and dinner entrees. There's fruit and vegetables. There's bananas, freeze-dried, never gonna go brown, never gonna get bruised. In fact, I use those for my sports weekends with my kids. You can open the bucket and pull out some things when you need it. There's also corn, there is also chicken noodle soup, and then there's even liquids, an orange-flavored drink, and this one I love for the littler ones too, whey milk. Because for younger kids especially, I remember this from my toddlers, milk isn't just about nutrition, it's about comfort. So a lot of this is put together so you vegetarians have options, gluten-free, there's options, all sorts of different things packed in these wonderful pouches, all put in a waterproof, bug-proof, by the way, this is an awesome like stool, store your bath water in it for a hurricane when you're worried about your water. Like you can do whatever you need to go, and it is all grab and go. And this year, after what we've seen at the grocery store with prices.
Oh, gosh, it's I know, my heart, I mean, seriously.
But this too, this value value, when you do a little math, this is great tasting food at a really good value.
It's literally pennies a meal when you realize exactly what you're getting here.
So then maybe you think about picking it up for when money is tight, for when you're, what if things continue to be funky in the world and we're worried about food security? I mean, I think if there's anything we've all learned, that nothing is quite as it seems, and that our job as responsible adults is to just prepare our families, whether it's a natural disaster, a financial disaster.
That's a really important point. It is, it becomes our responsibility. You're right.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? I had a little eye issue last week and Mama went down for a couple days. You know what that means? Nobody's eating very well. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's, you know, when the adults in the house catch a bad cold and can't get out to the store, then you've got stuff that all you do is add water. If you can add hot water, great. We'd all prefer a hot meal, but it doesn't even have to be hot water. This is true no-cook
Jerry did
food.
the math. It's 67 cents a serving.
Oh my, you can't even get a hot dog for that.
First of all, start with breakfast. There's no way you're getting lunch or dinner or that, or even a drink. Even a milk you're not getting for that. So that is insane. And the fact that, like I said, everything comes in these great Mylar pouches, but, you know, we talk about emergency preparedness, but please do also keep in mind that this is something that you're right. You know, maybe you're just, you know, you don't want to spend the money that you're spending at the supermarket. You want a good, because these are created not just to flavor, but also to be hearty, healthy meals.
Absolutely. So I want to show you, what a serving is too, because when we're saying 128 servings, I don't want you to think you're just getting a little thimble full of food here. So this is one of my pouches, and I'm kind of dividing it into quadrants here so you can see. This whole top quarter here
is a serving.
That is a serving. That is a pretty hearty serving.
That's a hearty serving,
you know, because I've got my, you know, chicken base, and then I've got my vegetables, and I've got my pasta.
Definitely.
So these are balanced meals. These are not meals that are, you know, amped up on carbs or amped up on fillers. They are meant to sustain you and give you energy, because that's why we want food for fuel. When we say 128 servings, this bucket all by itself, all this food that's stretched out here, is enough for one person for 10 days if you figure about 1,800 calories a day. So then do a little quick math. If it's you and a partner, then you know that in this bucket you've got multiple meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks.
Exactly.
For 5 days, for 2 people. And if you're a family of 4, you'll get a good solid weekend, 2 to 3 days out of it.
And keep that in mind when you're placing your order. And it's really interesting because, you know, most of the time we present this, people are buying more than one, particularly when you can grab it right now as you can as a weekly deal drop. So the price, extraordinary. You see our price today at $99.99. I'd love when we make that the comparison. You can go to the ReadyWise website right now, and 120 servings is $329. Do it. I mean, check it out. I mean, and I love that we can do that, because that really puts what we're offering you in perspective. So you could buy 3 of these, right, for one of those and have money left over. But again, the flavor, what is that?
That is stroganoff. Would you like to try that one?
It looks like I do.
I feel like I do. Stroganoff. I love
Anything with like pastas?
Exactly.
Gosh,
different pastas, different creams. There you go.
Okay,
and you know what? I want you to talk to me about the texture, because a lot of times when we think about emergency food, I know what you're thinking. It's okay, we all thought it too, right?
Rubbery.
It's going to be, it's going to have a funky texture. It's going to be powdery. It's going to be tasteless.
Oh man, I like that.
You like that
I think
one?
that's my favorite.
Okay.
That is really, it's creamy. Right, it's very creamy. It's not rubbery.
Pasty?
No, it's not pasty at all.
Because think about even when you cook on the stove, gosh, a bechamel white sauce is not all that easy to make.
No, it's not.
Right?
It's
so
not.
that can
You're
get pasty really easy. These scientists and chefs have figured out the flavoring versus the shelf stability. And remember, to me, it's all magic. It's in this pouch.
So good.
To keep the texture perfect, to keep the flavors perfect, and to keep it perfect for you for up to 25 years. All you do is add water.
That is really good.
And if that were room temperature, you'd be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we all like warm food better. We can all admit that.
But you're right. I mean, I think that's a really important point, that you don't have to, because people are going, well, I can't use this because what if we lose electricity? It doesn't matter.
Right.
And I love that point, that if it's, you just mix it with cold water, whatever you have, it will work for you. And already, as you can see, over a couple of hundred of these have been sold. This is the first airing, just to remind everyone about that. And at a price today of $99.99 for 148 servings of like all of the glorious foods that you can see in front of us. We have a clock that is up on the screen, 3 minutes to go. Just get it home, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, and I think it's amazing you have a 30-day return policy with food, right? So if you don't like the way it tastes, you can send it back, but they are known for this. And how long, how many years has
Wise has been doing this for nearly 20 years.
20,
They have
okay.
been with us here at HSN
for like
nearly
10.
a decade. And here's what I always tell people, play a little game with your family because it's kind of fun to trick your family sometimes.
Yeah, I like
Bring
that.
this home. Maybe don't tell anybody that you've brought it home, right? Get out a pouch. Get out something that really speaks to you. For me, it was the Southwest rice and beans because if you don't have a little spice in your Southwest, I'm out, right? Bobby thought she really liked the beef stroganoff and was correct on that. Make it, right? Make it the first time with warm water so you can experience the quality and the flavors and all of that. Serve it to your family. Over and over again, we get emails and notes from people who say, my family had no idea that was emergency food. And when I explain to them that now we have this food, so should we ever have to evacuate? Should we ever lose power for an extended period of time? Should we, people use it for hunting and hiking and camping. The reasons to use and have great tasting food with only water are absolutely endless. We're gonna talk a lot about preparedness because that's sort of the reason we're doing it now. But oh my gosh, for people who are outdoorsmen, they buy this at 3 to 4 times the price and use it for hiking and hunting and camping. I grew up north. We always kept food like this in our car because up north you slide off the road into snow.
You never know, right?
And you never know how long it's going to take to dig
yourself out. And you're right, with everything going on in the world right now, who knows what's happening everywhere, right? It's been crazy. And look, close to 300 spoken for, and even the desserts are so good.
Have you had the pudding?
No.
I highly recommend.
That's why I was mentioning the pudding. Which one?
I highly recommend. This is the vanilla pudding.
Okay.
That's vanilla. Go ahead and grab it. We just put some of the bananas on top. Because remember, you're also getting bananas with it. The yogurt is there, and I think the apple cinnamon oatmeal is a hug.
Oh, man.
Does that have a good flavor?
All right. Ding, 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 this one wins.
She's going to eat dessert during her emergency.
That is so good.
Isn't that wonderful? It's got the perfect mix of like deep vanilla flavor and, again, texture. Texture's hard to me. If something gets a little slimy, I'm out.
You're right. Oh, I was just going to say that.
Yes, no, but the texture's there.
No, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going on this one. My producer's like, you have to wrap. You have to move on.
Got to keep eating and move on. So again, here is your 148 servings. It is everything that you need for you and your family to be safe.
Wow. Okay, we're moving to...
I have one other little deal to show you, and we're going to unpack it together.
Okay, 7-day supply. This is 60 serving. All